So I finally took the plunge, quite literally and figuratively as it turns out, and I went ahead and signed up for kiteboarding lessons down here in Los Barriles at a kiteboarding school called ExotiKite Kiteboarding.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. In today's video, we have a real treat. One of my oldest and best friends in the nomad life is going to present today, my friend Brian. And I think you're going to really enjoy the video. Now, I know from past videos that a lot of you are out there wondering, oh, what's going on, Bob? Are you quitting? Are you sick? Are you dying? And my answer to that is no such luck on your part. At any rate, I am not going anywhere. However, I'm older and I would like to do less. And so my goal is to do less and less on the channel. And so I have been thinking about how to do that for years, actually now. Another question you're probably going to have is why Brian? Well, literally, Brian is one of my oldest and best friends in the nomadic life. I've known Brian for 11 years now, but I know Brian's heart. And Brian's heart is to love and care about people. That will always be the primary thrust of this channel. How can I help the nomad community? How can I help the individual who's suffering and needs hope? This channel is about offering hope. So I think the channel will change. It will be different, but its heart of caring and compassion will always be there. And let me tell you why I'm convinced that's true. When we started Homes on Wheels Alliance 3 years ago, we needed board members. So when I thought about who would be on the board of trustees, Brian was the very first person I thought of, and he is now still on the board. He is the treasurer of the board. He contributes his whole life and heart and soul to helping others through how the heart and soul of CheapRVLiving will not change. Brian's heart is to care and help people, to give hope, to give a way forward. That will never change on CheapRVLiving. In fact, I believe it will be enhanced by Brian being a part. I hope you will welcome him in and see that this is a step forward and not in any way, shape, or form a step backwards or even a step sideways. This is an improvement. We'll find out together. So let's watch the video.
Welcome everybody back to CheapRVLiving. Today, in the continuation of our Baja series, you guys are going to witness me taking lessons for something that I've been wanting to do for years. It's something very common down here in Baja, kiteboarding. I first came across this back about 7 years ago when I came out of La Paz into the town of La Fontana. You come up over a hill, and when you look down from this hill, you are, the sparkling, beautiful bay is covered in a cornucopia of colors in the form of flying kites. It is quite amazing. And again, I've been wanting to do this for years. So I finally took the plunge, quite literally and figuratively as it turns out, and I went ahead and signed up for kiteboarding lessons down here in Los Barriles at a kiteboarding school called ExotiKite Kiteboarding. So why don't you guys follow along with my journey? Let's see how I do. Buenos dias. Just woke up. Today is my first set of lessons for kiteboarding. I'm excited, but also nervous. I've been looking forward to this for years now, and finally, now that it's knocking on the door, I'm taking the plunge. A little nervous, so wish me luck. And then, now is this a kite that someone would take out with them? Okay.
It's one that can be used in the water. All the kites we use are ones, there's no like kite or beach specific kites.
Okay,
There's some we use that are just a bit older that we use just for the beach.
Okay, they can get a little more beat up or whatever.
Because I mean, it's gonna get crashed around a bit. Okay, we're gonna start by pumping up the kite.
Okay.
then we will do our bar and lines. I'll have you pump up the kite this time. Every other time, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
Basically, the kite's like your life raft. If things go wrong out there, your board's so small, there's no flotation in it.
Okay.
The kite's the thing that you can use to get you back to shore.
Okay.
We'll finish up the lesson with a self-rescue, which is winding up the lines in the water
Okay.
in a way the kite won't take off.
Okay.
And then actually holding the kite to pull you home again.
Oh,
Like
okay.
if you break a line, the wind dies off, very occasionally the kites will crash in such a weird and wonderful way you can't relaunch it.
Okay.
So it's how you can get to the kite safely and still
Okay.
make it home again. That air you can hear hissing is that's the strut starting to fill up with air. This is good. Today, because it's not very windy, we'll do that much sand.
Okay.
On a windy day, you put enough on there so the canopy is sitting on the beach.
Okay, I got you.
Because again, they're light, they will start to blow away from you.
And you do that with both sides?
Both
Sand?
sides of the center strut,
Okay.
yeah. So let's
All
just have it do token gesture. There you go, chuck a bit on it.
Sandbox,
There
okay,
you go.
perfect.
Now we can grab the bar and lines. This is the
Okay.
business part of the kite.
All right.
Just the way you're holding
Okay,
it. So once
gotcha.
we get the bar downwind of us with the lines unwound,
Okay.
then we'll sort out the colors.
So just do this?
Yep, and keep walking down line.
Now, is this something that kiteboarding in general, can you do it by yourself? Oh, am I?
Yeah, you can, that's perfect. Just there's a Y there divided for the safety
Okay.
system. You can do it by yourself. There's a way of setting up a system to launch yourself.
Okay.
But it's always good to do it around other people.
Okay.
Should something go wrong, there's someone there to help you.
I gotcha.
It's a pretty helpful community if things go wrong, especially here. Before long, someone comes over, hey, you all right? Can I pull you back in? Do you need anything? Like,
Okay.
it's just nice to be around people. And sometimes if there's nobody else out there, maybe there's a reason.
Fair point.
Maybe the wind's not very good or something's up. Tightening it, pass it through, cinch it, slide it back up against the knot. One pull for good luck.
Okay.
That's it, very simple.
So my life is dependent on this little knot. This little knot.
Okay, if you're out there and something goes wrong, the first thing you would do is just let go of the bar.
Okay.
That's gonna work 99% of the time.
Okay.
All the kite's gonna do is flap and just gently land across the wind from you.
Okay.
If that doesn't work, right in front, push away and let go. The bar will slide down that one safety line. Your kite turns into a flag, falls out of the air.
Okay.
If that didn't work at the base of the leash, pull and release.
Okay.
You can do that in a second.
Yeah.
Tush, 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 and you're free of everything.
That is slick. Oh.
That's how you watch people riding. They can ride along with one hand on the bar, just chilling
Yeah.
out, leaning back. It's because all the weight is committed to the harness. It's not muscle. What we're trying to do is we're trying to hold it in one position just now.
Okay.
You got to hold it in one position so you can walk into the water, get the board on your feet, do all these different things. Just having it
While it's
maintained
in
in the
the
same
air.
position is a very important skill to
Okay.
have. Also on land, you do see people doing it, but you never want to fly the kites aggressively and
Okay.
drag through the sand. Because you can lean back and leave big old foot marks in the sand, but if there's a broken bottle there,
Okay.
you're going to regret it pretty quick. And it's just a sort of recipe for disaster. Anytime you're on land, kite just stays at the edge of the wind window.
Yeah, there we go. Close that one. Holding the
Skinny.
yeah,
Gotta be skinnier.
exactly. And then this one just gonna make it
I think
tighter.
I feel overweight now.
Let's see. I was just gonna check helmet. That's the only one we need. So we always do a little check before we go.
Gotcha.
Because
Perfect.
sometimes, you know, especially when we're talking, you might forget something.
Yeah.
So do you have a big head?
Medium head.
Medium head. Then this should be fine. Yeah, nice.
That good?
Perfect. Let me feel. Yeah, this one goes up to 6, so you're right actually. This one goes yeah, nice. I think we're at 6. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Oh, exactly
now-
at 6.
Hey, I am that good.
Yeah, hit it constantly. So
So you're doing it by feel?
after a little while, you should be comfortable enough to feel. Now I can feel like, hey, kite's going down, and I can just, without looking, I know how to steer it up. So hopefully, after a few lessons,
Yeah.
we'll get more and more comfortable. And I mean, it's fine to look at the kite, of course, like where it is.
Yeah.
But then you don't want to be constantly like this, right? Because you also
Yeah.
need to watch what's going on,
Okay.
like activity, find the board, put it on. So after
Yeah.
a little while,
So you're just doing it by feel right now?
yeah. So, but yeah, it will come.
Okay.
You know, you just need to practice, put in hours, and after a while, you'll be able to just talk without
Okay.
constantly. In the beginning, it's natural that you like, hey, what's it doing?
Yeah.
But then you should work up to the where you can just fly it comfortably. And you can also see, nice and relaxed.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm not like this.
That's how I am.
That's very important. Yeah, that's very, we'll work on that. Try and keep it on this side and just let go of this hand.
Okay.
Nice. How does that feel?
Different.
Yeah, but I mean, you're nice and relaxed, so that's good.
Yeah.
If it goes over 12, you switch hands.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh,
try and keep it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch hands.
ATV coming.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's good activity, you see?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's hard to do. Yeah, I'm like.
No, but I mean, you see that you don't have to constantly look at the kite, right? So you can look around a little bit and then just watch the kite, watch what's going on. Okay. And that's what you want.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. Send it down, let go of the bar. Boom.
Well, today is the final day of kiteboarding lessons. I have to say, I'm a little nervous. First day was easy. It was all on the land. It was a lot of safety procedures, how to blow up the kite, things like that. We had a couple days off because no wind. Second day of lessons was a lot of, again, more safety procedures, learning about how launching the kite, things like that. And then we went in the water, but I was in the water with an instructor, so it made it much easier. And he was there to kind of hold my hand and let me know what to do. Day 3, though, was a very, very windy day. And I was out there by myself. The instructor was on land with a walkie-talkie, letting me have a one-way conversation with him. He would just give me instruction and I would hear it. And it was a very, very windy day, and we had a kite that was right on the verge of maybe being too big, and I just didn't know enough out there. So there were several times where I pulled in the bar because I was nervous or whatever, and that ends up powering the kite, and I flew through the air. This is all in the water. And so, but I was probably 6 feet in the air going horizontal, and then crashed. And it was, it didn't hurt, I didn't get hurt, but it definitely scared me and gave me a new appreciation for the power of the kite. So that got a little bit in my head. I drank a lot of seawater that day, and it was trying, let's just say. But now I've had a few days to kind of recover from that. We had, again, a couple days of no wind. But today is the final day, so I'm a little nervous going in. Today we're going to actually try getting on the board with the kite, so we're adding another layer to my lessons. Again, makes me nervous because the last time I was in the water, I flew through the air, and it was probably 3 or 4 times that I flew through the air. And it was, I could see where it'd be exciting, but it was also slightly terrifying. So we'll see how today goes. Like I said, a little nervous, but we're just gonna go for it. I mean, I came down here for the lessons, and let's just see what happens. it! Success! Yes! Now, one of the things that I may have failed to mention, but something that I really feel very adamant about, is that kiteboarding is really van or nomad living friendly. Once you take the lessons and once you get your initial equipment, it's free. The wind is free, the beach is free. So there's so many opportunities like that, which is huge. Also, the equipment doesn't really take up that much room. Again, that's just one more reason it is very friendly for nomadic living and is very cheap once you buy the initial equipment. So there you have it, my kiteboarding lessons at ExotiKite Kiteboarding down here in Los Barriles. Was it a success? Actually, I think so. I actually got up on the board. I was not expecting that, but yeah, I got up for several times for about 8 to 10 seconds, probably 4 or 5 times, and so I started getting the feel of it. My lessons ended and I wasn't able to continue that, but it was a good starting point. I felt very happy with the progress I made and where it ended up. I will say they make it look so easy out there. You see other people do it, they just pop out and they just start riding around. It's not quite that easy, but it's very much achievable with some practice. I feel like my next steps are going to be maybe take another 1 or 2 hour lesson just to feel a little more comfortable riding the wave. And then I can probably go off on my own and learn slowly through that process. So I will say, chatting with the instructors, locals, and the owners of ExotiKite, their average range for lessons are between 8 years and 70 years old. Most of the people down here in Los Barriles taking lessons are over 60. So any age could honestly do it. And I would say that it looks rough out there, but it's actually very smooth on the body. So I was super impressed with that. So what did you guys think today? Does this something that would intrigue you? Can you see yourself gliding along under the power of a kite? Do you think I'm crazy? Possibly. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and help support us on in our endeavors to show you guys more content. Also, before I go, I wanted to give a huge thanks to my friend Jesse. He followed me around during all my lessons and captured all this stuff on film so we could present it to you. So a big thanks to him. As well as a thanks to the owners of ExotiKite, which are Megan and Ian, and all the other instructors that were out there helping me along on my journey. Thank you guys so much. So until next time, so long, and see you guys down the road.
If you are brand new to the road or would just like to see everything in one place, Bob is offering classes on Skillshare and Udemy.com. It's a comprehensive nomad course that has 5.5 hours of content spread out in 19 classes, with everything you need for your life on the road to make it the best possible experience it can be. Bob covers all the details from solar and internet options to where to park and how to stay clean, working on the road, traveling on a budget, and so much more. So we hope you'll check it out, the ultimate crash course to living on the road, how you can afford a life of travel and adventure.